Hello everybody, Levi Clay here, and I'm back to do a little tutorial video on lining up audio and transcription files in Guitar Pro. It's also a nice little promotion for Christian Münzner's new album. I've been doing some of the transcriptions on it, and I thought we'd use that as an example here, looking at the Nilsson solo on the song Wastelands. So if you're unfamiliar with Christian's playing, there is a link to that below. You can go check him out there. So let's take a look at this solo. Now, Brett Stein actually suggested that this would be a great video to do because people ask him about this all the time, and people have asked me about this all the time. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Brett Stein's playing, you need to go and check him out. He is most well known at the moment for an incredible cover of Alan Holdsworth's The Drums Were Yellow, along with the transcription that he's done for that. Well worth checking out. Outside of that, Brett is a phenomenal player, like really scary shred and fusion player, well worth checking out. So yeah, what we're often asked is, how do you get the audio to line up with your transcription file when you play them back? I'm going to show you how to do that in both Guitar Pro 7 and Guitar Pro 6. Now the secret is you need both files lined up like this. I have my transcription on the left and my transcription on the left and my transcribe file on the... Should we try that one more time? My transcription on the right and my transcribe file on the left. So this means that I can go between the two. I can click on the transcription and then over to my transcribe file. That's very important. I've also lined up in Transcribe the exact point where I want my audio to start playing. So if I hit the space bar, and you'll see that this Brett Stein, Christian Münzner, Nilsson thing comes full circle now, because there's a lot of Holdsworth influence in this. So as I say, I can start that playing by hitting the spacebar. And if you don't have yourself a copy of Transcribe, great piece of software, well worth having. I have an affiliate link in the description below. You can pick up a copy, and I get a few bucks when you order it. Definitely the best way to be doing this sort of thing, because you can very accurately click where you want the audio to start or do loops or whatever. I've done tons of videos on how to use Transcribe. So trying to do something like that in iTunes or whatever is going to be a bit of a pain. Anyway, so I've got that marked out. Now what I want is in Guitar Pro, I want to hit play. But there's nowhere to line it up like that. So the secret to doing things is you need to have the tempo mapped out exactly. Now Christian has told me that this is recorded at 160 BPM, and it's obviously been recorded to a click, so it's solidly 160 BPM, and that means I don't need to worry about the tempo map. So I've got my 160 marking in. All I need to do is come up to here in Guitar Pro 7 and hit activate, deactivate metronome, and now sorry, and this one, so I want my activate count in, sorry, not metronome. So I'm activating the count in. So now when I click play, 1 2 3 4, then this track is going to start playing. And you can probably see where I'm going with this. You could have the click in there. Nice and simple to do. Let's do the same in Guitar Pro 6 because I've got the same file open. So again, that's done down here this time. We have our metronome and we have our click count in. So I don't want the click, I'm just going to use the count in, and what I do is I go to the start of my solo, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play. I'm going to get 4 clicks in order to go over here to click Wastelands, and then hit that space bar when I want the transcribe file on the left to start playing. And yeah, it usually works pretty well. Check this out. and that worked quite nicely. As I said, Piers solo is fantastic, and it's definitely got that Holdsworth vibe. Well worth checking out. Now, you might have seen some things in the tab that you don't like, and you might say, Per didn't play it like that. I probably know that. That's how I would play it. We are currently liaising, myself, Christian and Per are making sure that all the fingerings are accurate in this, so when it comes to the tabs, you're going to get it exactly as was played by the artist. So, yeah, quite a simple process and can be done anywhere. If I do the same thing in Guitar Pro 7, yeah, turn that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it works. So very cool, and a great way to check if your transcriptions are up to that, for lack of a better word, Levi Clay standard. If you have enjoyed that, as I say, well, there's tons of ways that you can support me. The most obvious one would be joining my Patreon. These guys here support me at a $10 tier. Huge thanks to those guys, of course. Yes, and you can do that by, as I say, checking out Patreon, link below. You can order yourself a copy of Transcribe. That also helps. Again, link below. Great piece of software, couldn't really live without it. To be fair, you can also check out Christian's work, check out Brett's work. There's no financial gain to that, but the support of the music scene, the support of the scene that I work on, is good for business. It's good for me. It helps this channel, and it helps to keep these relationships going with great people. So if you're unfamiliar with any of these players' work, you should obviously go and check them out. So if you want to check me out on Patreon, you can click that button up there. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking that button down here, and there are 2 more videos there and there for you to check out. Thanks so much for the support, guys. Hopefully that was of some use to you. Lots of product placement, but I will be back for a less pluggy video soon. Peace out. Bye.